the pressure on. There's 2 assassins against 3 of them. They need to open up.
Crop trying to open up
Crop
on Viz, gets
open.
a stun on.
And
Board Game and
open.
Crop both on him. Rethink coming back into the
It'll be interesting to see
game.
if they take him under the Shadow World here.
Rethink stuns Crop, attacking Crop.
Crop
Alec
needs
with
help.
the wall, but it does not land.
And Crop
Rethink
like
now getting opened on by both assassins. Board Game re-stealths, tries to run away. Crop goes down, and I believe that's going to be the round. I do not think Board Game's going to be able to win this. That was amazing effort. Really, really great play by both teams. I was very impressed with the opener, but then Rethink with the reversal and a huge wall by Darkvale Games Alec. Impressive.
Now, what do you
play.
think were some of the crucial plays there? I think Rethink opening up on Rive really set that up. He got down Rive down to about 60%. The wall came in, really hit Rive. You know, we would have liked to see a little bit more defensive play there, a little bit more blocking out of Rive to keep himself up and allow his assassins to come in and assist him.
To be honest,
so I think. Sure, go ahead.
To be honest, the assassins didn't have any communication.
Definitely.
If the assassins, like when I play with Rethink, if you want to try to focus somebody, you do it different. You don't go for puncture, 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 puncture. You go for puncture as well with Shadow Realm, and then you wait for the next person to use the Shadow Realm again. So he's under. First, he gets no healing. Second of all, he gets all the time damage. But let's continue and watch the stream. What happens next?
Oh, Darkvale Games Alec gets opened on by Crop and Board Game, but Rethink comes in, tries a reversal, opens up on Rive, getting a good puncture there on Rive. Darkvale Game Alec drops the flame wall and gets away. Crop drops down on Alec. Alec trying to get attacked. Rethink opens up on Crop. Board Game still attacking Alec. Oh, huge flame wall on Crop.
Ooh,
huge flame wall on Crop by Alec. Board Game hopping back up to Alec. Crop getting attacked by Rethink. Rethink bringing him low. Rive and Crop are both very low. So is... Oh, Darkvale Game. Alec goes down.
Yep, puncture.
Alec goes down. Crop is trying to get away. Rethink now opened on by Board Game. Rive is very low as well. Viz comes in, drops the bubble for Rethink. But will it be enough? Viz gets opened on by Crop. Board Game and Viz both on.
If Rethink can take Rive down here, it could be a game. If Rive stays up,
Rethink is down to 10%
can he take Rive
though.
down? Can Rethink take Rive down?
Crop notices Rethink is low, gets a stun on him, kills him.
And he does not.
Very good
That would have
play.
been interesting if he could have taken him down there.
If
we
Crop
saw
had
a
not
little bit better
swapped,
coordination there.
Yeah, if Crop had not swapped, it would not have been a quickly ended
match. I think if he had the Shadow, I don't know. I think he had probably had the Shadow Realm on block, on cooldown, or the block system kind of messed him up. But I have to say, a shaman who's blocking is like a fucking tank, man. You just can't do anything about it. It's just like, when will he finally die?
I definitely agree. I think block on a shaman can keep him up for a very, very long time. But the thing is, what they did there is they brought 2 people very low at simultaneously. They got Alec down early, so that they didn't have to worry about flame walls anymore. It is now 1-1 for both teams. We'll see how this last match goes.
I thought Rive did an exceptional job in the healing there in the beginning.
Alec
really
spamming
kept
out
Crop
that bola. Does get Crop.
Ooh, Crop gets knocked out.
Board Game opening on Viz. Rethink opening on Board Game.
Now Rive is out of position.
Alec with a flame wall.
And
does
Board
not
Game
seem
drops
to hit
down
anybody.
just as he should. You know, that was an
a very good
exceptional
drop
understanding
down.
of his position there by Board Game to drop down. You know, that's where we'll see some players.
Looks like Crop has switched to Pyro, actually. This will be very interesting. Board Game opening up on Alec. Alec getting attacked. Huge flame wall by Crop. Alec is sub 50. He's down to 32%. Rethink is really attacking Crop right there, but Crop throws on Molten Armor, forcing Rethink back into his team. They're trying to reset, trying to get Alec back on full HP.
And Board Job does a great job continuing to
in.
engage.
Yes, very good job by Board Game.
Unbelievable play by Board
Alec
Game.
is down. Board Game takes down Alec. Very, very good play right there. Do not let them reset. Do keep applying that pressure. Board Game opens on Viz. Rethink opens on Crop, but it's not going to matter. Board Game is just wreaking havoc. Rethink trying to run away, trying to find his teammate. But his teammate is not anywhere near.
Like a deer in the headlights right now, doesn't he?
Oh, Viz is all alone. Rethink opens on Rive. Viz just seems to be trying to run away.
Crop is there.
Crop
is there.
throws
Puts
down
down
a
a
flame
wall,
wall.
and Rive plays off the wall. Exceptional play.
Board Game is now on Vis. Vis very low. Crop gets Vis. Board Game gets Vis. Huge play. Rethink trying to open on Board Game, but I don't think there's anything he can do here. Gets stunned. Crop attacking him. Yeah, this was a very good choice to switch to Pyromancer for Crop. Crop was very good at landing those Flame Walls, because, you know, he knows that if a stun goes off, you should lay that Flame Wall. It's going to be guaranteed damage. It's a lot of damage. And that's what I think won them that game.
Well, Zeus wins.
Very,
now,
very
Fury,
impressive matches.
Fury, let's talk a little bit about the use of firewalls to protect a shaman when an assassin is on them. I find that to be extremely effective, especially if you can hit your initial firewall and then your shaman's able to play in and out. And you saw Rive do that. You saw Crop initiate that, put it down. I think he may have not gotten quite in it, and Rethink didn't quite take quite the damage I would have liked to have seen, but I think conceptually they did a great job there. Crop putting that down, and Rive really sort of you know, coming out a little bit on it. And it forces Rethink out. He can't take that damage.
Okay, it looks like the next match is going to be Red versus Orange. J-Rock's team versus Crop's team. Very excited to see how this goes. Crop's team did just win, but they're going to have to jump right back in, keep it going. Going to play against Noob3K, J-Rock, and do you remember who their shaman was? I believe they had a shaman. They were running.
It was Pazik?
No.
Was it Pazik? No.
Pazik. Yeah.
It was Pazik?
No, Pazik. It was Pazik.
Indeed, it was Pazik.
Now this is name.
This is going to be very difficult for the Zealous. The devoted team is very strong. Let's see how they pan out.
Ooh, Crop
this is going to be quite a challenge. Well, let's see what Crop decides to pick. It'll be interesting to see if Board Game joins here again. I believe he's their third. There he is.
There he is. All right.
Are you expecting the Zealous to play the same team comp?
Very interesting. I think Board Game is going to continue to play
I believe he only plays Assassin, and so I believe they're going to play with the same mix-up, and I believe Devoted, we will see two Pyros and a Shaman come out of there. I think that's going to be the team comp.
Whoa,
no, in
Noob
Noob is on a Pathfinder. I just want to see one swap today. I want to see one swap. Fury, that's all I'm asking for. One swap.
Crop is on the
Pathfinder.
Crop, I think Crop will do it, and he's already engaged.
Crop's already in stealth mode.
You know what? I think he forgot to put down the trap.
He already did it.
He already did. He did the swap. He did the swap.
Did he
swapped
have
Pazik.
the trap?
Pazik got swapped. Yeah, he
Noob
is
3K
low.
is out of position.
Pazik is very low also. But Crop is down to 35%, 20%.
Blocking.
What's he going to do here? It looks like he is very low. Pazik taking a lot of damage. Crop taking a lot of damage. Rive is low. Crop is low. J-Rock got stunned. J-Rock with a huge flame wall on 2. He takes down Rive. Now it's just Crop and Board Game. Really don't think they're going to be able to.
We have a little one-on-one with Noob 3K and Board Game going off on the side here. Oh, and he hits him with the trap.
He gets
Noob
a trap
3K
on him. Board
appears
Game
to have won this one-on-one.
Board Game has lost this one-on-one against Noob 3K. I'm not very surprised. I think Pathfinder is very strong against Assassin in a one-on-one situation. But now it is just Crop with 11% HP. Here is the Flame Wall. Flame Burst Flame Wall by J-Rock. Incredible play. Great swap by Crop, but he swapped Pazik. I do not think that was a great call.
Well, I think the teammates weren't really aware of
ready for it. Was there a trap down? I didn't seem to think a trap was down. I think he may have forgotten the trap, or there was a trap. Okay. So I think, Fury, to your comment on Pathfinder against Assassin one-on-one, I think it depends on the situation. Now, when you're engaged in a fight and the Assassin is out of combat and potentially have used their stun, then sure, a Pathfinder is going to beat them. But having mained Pathfinder, and I think I'm pretty good on it. I find it very difficult. it's very difficult to beat an assassin. I think two evilly skilled players, the assassin will win, which is what they should. They should win all one-on-ones. But I do think Forge is in a lot of other games. I think the rogue, pathfinder, archer class is a little bit more of an anti-assassin than it is in Forge, unless the assassin is out of stealth and potentially not without his stun. So in that situation, I'm not surprised Noob was able to do it. So it looks like Rive is linked to Crop here. We haven't seen a lot of bonding.
Okay, they're going to reset. There was a random in the game because we don't have enough spectators in the match to block it off. So, not a huge deal. Salty Sailor Danny. Alright.
Does look like we have the same team comp here. Except Crop has moved on to a Pyro rather than a Pathfinder.
Probably a good choice. I do not think that swap benefited him in any way. Without a Pyromancer, I do not see how that swap was going to be a good thing. We do have another random, but it's not a big deal. He's not in the match currently. So Pazik has given Fervor to both of his teammates. Long-range shots by Noob3K, trying to see if he can get any one of those dots on a target. Looks like J-Rock's now doing the same. I do not see them setting up any kind of swap or anything. I'm very surprised by this.
To be honest,
seems to be
most of the time more of a burden than a helpful thing.
Well, I think the swaps can be useful. It needs to be coordinated.
Definitely.
I think it needs to be coordinated.
In a 5 versus 5, I say swaps are cool, but in a 3 versus 3, nah.
I think they can be done, but they really need to be not at the beginning of the match, and definitely not on a shaman. You want to take out the enemy damage on this. In this situation, especially if you're going to do a swap. If you can take out an enemy damage right away, or at least get him down to 50%, then that's going to make the entire match much easier. You can get him down to 50% and then swap to the shaman. That shaman's not really going to be able to heal himself.
Fury, that's an excellent point. You know, I think people are inclined to swap out the shaman, but then what you're doing is putting yourself into 2 DPS.
Pazik, Crop gets bullet off. Crop gets bullet off.
Let's see if Rive in board game.
Board game still initiates.
This
must be a blunder.
He needs to get out. He needs to understand
the circumstance. This must be a blunder. Board game does not know that Crop is away.
Before board game is out, and this should be a wrap. If
board game's gonna have to block. He is all alone here. He gets flame walled. Oh, he's down to 10%. He is going to go down. Oh, he jumps off. Well. He jumps off, but he does get chased, and he goes down. That was an excellent bola by the Zealous there, or by Devoted. The red team bullied Crop off, so it turned it into a 2-on-1. Rive chased after Crop, and then board game initiated. That was just an absolute blunder.
And I think Rive had the right idea. I'm sure Crop and Mumble is saying, "Guys, I got knocked out," and I think he already used his burst, so he couldn't get up. So I think Rive was right to get off, but I think he did it a little prematurely, right? I don't think board game was quite in a position to be able to get out, so Rive should have identified that. And board game just I wasn't
flame wall by J-Rock.
Yeah, I would quite able to see what board game was doing, like if he was totally unable to get out, but it seemed as if his effort there wasn't enough to get him out, understanding the circumstances. So that's unfortunate, and one play, one bola won that game. One skill, one hit won it.
Yes, right definitely. That bola was the critical part of that match.
And I will say, Dull Parts, while you do not like the swaps on a 3-on-3, I think me and Fury have done quite a few traps into firewalls, and I think, kind of like that bola, if it's done correctly, that play can instantly change a match.
I would definitely agree. I think that, in general, though, opening with a swap into trap is not always the best option. I think that doing it halfway through a fight can be really scary as well, but you have to be very coordinated and set it up. It's very difficult.
There's also another key, Fury, which is the shaman on the team that is swapping needs to push forward to heal, in that case, Crop, right? So that's part of the coordination where the shaman needs to move up to say, hey, look, this guy's going to be taking damage and I need to heal him, especially if you swap out a shaman. Right? If you're swapping into 2 DPS, your shaman needs to come up to help support you. And I'm not quite sure I saw that. I'd have to go back and check the film, but I didn't quite see the shaman push up to help support.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So That last match was definitely impressive. I like that double Pyro Shaman. I think that's very strong, especially with Noob 3K and J-Rock. They're both very strong Pyros. I saw a lot of great flame walls go down by both of them, so it'll be very difficult to beat them. I'm kind of baffled. Alright, looks like this match is going to be